you
Right,
can't afford anything.
exactly.
No, I don't need to do the ambulance.
$336,000.
So
336,000.
354,000.
So that's, what about, $2.50 a thousand, tax-wise? Something like that, $2.50 to $3 a thousand, tax-wise is what we just laid on the town for that.
Yeah.
We might wanna, what were your feelings about the highway?
That
It was okay, or?
I have no problem with it because all their equipment is running down and you're gonna have, grading roads with shovels and rakes. Or digging holes with,
I'd like to cut that, but Leaf's right, I mean,
all the equipment is dying.
all that stuff is old.
You can literally grab the bucket of the backhoe and move it by hand. And just watch the pins move back and forth in the holes. That'll be at least $50,000 to get those redone. And it has to go to North Tracks to do it. That's nothing they can do because they can't hang that backhoe. They have trucks that are dying. The loader is, I gotta figure the backhoe is a 2004, the loader is a 93. The grader we just got rid of was an 88.
Yeah.
The newest piece of equipment is the used truck we just, the CV.
Yeah. They have a lot of needs.
Yeah.
And it seems that the town gets itself into this position often where everything gets so old that,
That's because for years, the previous road agent would not put any money into a capital reserve. And I know, being on the budget committee, we stressed for many years, why is money not being put in the capital reserve for the highway department? No, we're not gonna do it, we're not gonna do it. And it's like, so we end up in this road that we're in today.
so you're
But
saying,
also in the past, budget committee's been all on a tear cutting budgets. You guys don't need that. You guys don't need that much money. You don't need that much money. Like, this is where
So-
we end up.
so are you in favor of the 100,000? For, in the capital, I mean, that's a lot of money.
It is.
What's
I know what I'm hearing from the tax people there, after they saw the tax bill. And you mentioned it at the last meeting, and
85,000.
you didn't like the numbers for the highway.
And I don't, there are a lot, it's $200,000 of,
Exactly.
so maybe we're to cut one of them back. Maybe we should cut the paving back, to cut that in half. I mean,
Do we even need the paving right now?
I don't know. I mean, we can cut it out altogether.
Well, you just put, that's something to not approve of this.
We don't want to do that. Well, at least I don't, because if we put
Right.
it on the warrant, then why would we say we don't want to approve it? If we put it on the warrant, we are implicitly approving it. So we either put it on or we don't put it on.
Because it's not actually our warrant.
It is,
It's
though.
on the highway department.
You know, it's ours.
It's ours.
It's ours.
The highway department puts it on.
Yeah, but
Well, basically, they ask us to put it on.
yeah.
We have the final say.
Right.
It's not like a petition warrant article is on, period, word for word of the petition. So if we take it off, and then somebody in the highway department wants it on, they're more than welcome to petition it on.
Right.
And then we can't do anything about it except
No,
not
right.
recommend it. Or recommend it in that case, but, well then, and when we go to deliberative session, I know that we're gonna get grilled on the tax tax bills went up so much, what are we doing to
Exactly.
hold the line? You know, and it puts us in a funny position because the school raised the taxes, basically, and
Right.
we have to be the one to
and-
cut corners. You go talk to
Exactly.
the school about cutting corners,
Then they don't
and all you
care.
hear is that they're poor and they can't, and what do you, yeah, you, out of your mind? So it's the town that pays the price for that. This is
Exactly,
where we're paying
yes.
the price. So we really should take something out of some of these warrant articles, and an easy one is the paving. It's hard to take it out of the highway capital reserve fund
Right,
because the
exactly.
equipment is so old. I don't think that
Yes.
would be a good message, but I could see taking $50,000 out of the paving, if not more. I mean, one year we had it and you didn't even spend it a couple of years ago. But we still raise taxes for that. I mean, you still have the tax.
I could see going the 50 on the paving,
Let's go.
because he still has money in his budget for paving.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's go 50 on the paving. What do you think about that, Leaf?
That's fine, I'd be willing to take it right out.
But then if he ends up needing to pay something, then he's only going based on his budget.
And what does he want to pay?
I don't know, he never got my list.
2 years ago, he had money for paving, didn't do no paving.
Yeah.
Now, that money got lost.
Only thing is, changing to pre-existing town roads, I was thinking, because I'd like to see cemetery road repaved the way it's supposed to be before it got reclaimed.
Then we should phrase that so that we ask for repaving of previously paved roads. That was a previously paved
Well,
road.
that's what he said
Yeah.
before, was
Okay.
existing.
Well, it's not
But that
existing.
that would be, as far
But
as,
a previously paved would qualify Cemetery Road, Pine Tree Cemetery Road for repaving because it was previously paved, why we dug it up.
Sounds like an excellent capital improvement plan.
Because Freddie had the
Yeah, it
reclaimer, he wanted to play with it.
right,
That's right, I'd like to see.
That's
it
why
on
Neil
the
Lane's
roads.
got reclaimed and the
Right.
parking lot of the highway department got reclaimed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got a street sweeper in here once too. It's like a cowboy running that thing. He says, don't worry
So we're
about it.
taking
Think about it.
paving down, or
We're gonna take it down to at least 50, we can take it to 25. Is that too low?
I think that would be too low.
Well, then 50.
you want to change that from pre-existing town roads to,
Previously paved roads. At least that would let us do the road that you're talking about.
there's nothing to work on, because the road has to be fixed.
So I would make a motion to accept all these, that we've made the adjustment to, as recommended by the select board.
Second.
And third, I'm in favor.
And you know what to put on, the select board recommends on any of those.
I do, I just don't do
Why?
the roll call. Yeah, I do selectmen recommend on each one, I don't do the roll call,
If we put them on there, it's ours anyway, so why would we have to put it on?
because that's how it works.
She told you.
Oh, if we're putting on it's ours anyway, then why do we have to put it on when we approve it? Yay.
Sometimes things just don't have to make sense for it to be so. That's just the new
Oh, well.
rules.
From our town lawyer, our new rates for general municipal shareholder attorney rate is $2.55 per hour. Our general municipal, the associate attorney rate is $2.45 per hour. Labor employment, Mark Roth and Anna Coles, $3.30 per hour. Sarah Freeman is 300 per hour, and Hannah DeVoe is 285 per hour, but we don't really ever use them.
How much is Matt?
255. That's where he's going next year. Let's go look at
I
that.
thought we might get a discount.
Yeah, right.
Frequent flyer miles.
Right.
Is that it for?
That's it. Those are
Perfect.
ones. Nobody wants to talk to you.
That's all for correspondence?
That's it.
That's nice.
Okay, so if you don't write letters, you don't get letters, huh?
That's why we don't do Christmas cards.
Public comment.
I'd ask the board to rethink the warrant article regarding the police chief position. The appointed, police chief position is, he cannot be fired. So, I'm taking mine.
Oh, what? Appointed can't be fired? Yes, they can.
It's close to impossible.
Elected is what's impossible to be able to
I
fire.
think what he's saying is he can't be fired by the taxpayers.
He can't be fired if you just don't like what he does. He needs to like kill someone, and like it was done maliciously and whatever.
Okay. No one else?
I have a question about the warrant articles. Was the cemetery one on there?
Yes, it was.
Missed it. I just missed it.
It was the last one.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's
That's
there.
all.
I blew through.
That police chief has been on the ballot before and it failed.
Twice at least.
Could be, yeah.
That is-
And that's been bandied around in other towns. I know Canaan went back and forth with that quite a bit over the years. They probably appointed that now, the chief in Canaan. Yeah, it's on a political spot. And, you know, I think you make a point about difficult to fire somebody when they're elected. It's also a very political office. And I personally think it extends the town's reach as far as who can serve in that position if it's appointed rather than elected, because elected you have to be a resident of town. And appointed you don't necessarily have to be, although I prefer a resident of town, but similar to the road agent position, you never know
Right. If you
what's
don't
going to be
have
best for the town. I want to do
qualifications and-
what's best for the town.
Right.
Wouldn't you want someone who's invested in the town and at the very least lives there?
I would prefer somebody who's invested in the town, absolutely, yeah. But
If it comes down to it, you don't have anyone that's in town invested in it. Or that town is kind of screwed.
yeah.
Happened, what happened up in 10 years ago when we had an officer of the state moved in.
Right.
And the state police took over town for a bit. Okay. Final comments from Selectmen.
Yes, I have one. I know come the 26th of January, there's a celebration for Buddy McDowell at the fire station for over 50 years of service. I'd like to make a recommendation that Leaf go and purchase a gift certificate to a restaurant from the townspeople for Buddy.
I think a gesture for Buddy I think that's a good idea, and I would like to do something like that too.
Correct.
So is that a second?
Yeah, and I appreciate, you know,
He's
his
put in
years.
Many years.
There's a lot of stress that goes along with that position. And there's
Exactly.
been a lot of battles that have been fought
Right,
by Buddy and by everybody over there, and it's not an easy position, so I appreciate what he's done.
It's also his position on the fire department, and then when you had the junkyard,
right.
stuff you would do for the town there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would.
Anything, Steve?
Nope, I'm good.
Cool. Motion to adjourn.
Second. Yeah, I'd like to talk to Chapman. I was shocked that he called me back, because I went to his house. His wife was really nice, and I
Yes,
just told
she
her,
is.
I was asking her, what do you have, call me